It is time, gentlemen and ladies. It is time for yet another Shockland challenge. I think we got, at the most, 5? 5 out of the 2 boxes there. I don't feel like I have a lot of space in the frame. Maybe that's just me, but here it is. This was the second one right here, so this one goes off to the side for Meow. For right now, though, we've got... no, I don't think you can see the demos. The demos is in the dark, behind everything. Behind all the things. Shall we dig in? Dig in and find our gotcha prizes. Table's a little shaky if I just do the things right there. Oh crap, I forgot my trash can. Please hold. Oh, what am I thinking? I forgot the trash can last time. Oh boy. Guilds of Ravnica. This was a pretty fun set to play. Back in the day. Alright, let's dive in, shall we? So, what we're looking for in here is just mostly the Shocklands. This is back when there was 15 cards in a pack. There are 5 Shocklands in this set and 5 Shocklands in Ravnica Allegiance. We've pretty much been through this set a couple of times, so we'll just flip through the commons really quick. Kitties and agents and cover-ups. Troopers. Legionnaires. More agents. Getting into the uncommons here. Ladev Champion. What do you call it? I forget what that guild is called. It'll come to me. Demir Spybug. Circuitous Route. And, well, I mean, it's a rare land, but not the rare land we're looking for. The Guild Mages Forum. Camera. Why? Why you do this? There we go. The mana is spent on a multicolored creature spell. The spell has entered the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it. Nice. Demir Guildgate and a soldier. Well, didn't start off immediately with a Shockland, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with the Guild Mages Forum. Ideas, locksmiths. I mean, it's effective. Don't get me wrong. Dissidents, rumors, cover-ups, troopers, legionnaire, whisper agent, vigils, demotion, thought erasure. That's a pretty decent card right there. Flight of the Equinox, and runaway steamkin. For rare number 2, with an Izzet Guildgate. And remember, this is one of those sets that foils are actually rare. You don't get one in every pack. Velocity, Hawk, Lights, Bones, Generous Kitty Cats, Dead Weights, Uprisings, Direct Currents, Boros Challenger, Sinister Sabotage, Swath Cutter Giant, and Camaraderie. No foily. Naked Hands, yes. Hey, I did not see that comment. Sorry. Informants, Boars, Collar the Culprits, Final Centipede, Crushing Canopy, Vapors, Instructor, Command the Storm, Capture Sphere, Golgari Locket. The Lockets were pretty popular back in the day. Beam Splitter Mage. Harpooner, Grappling Sundew, and Dawn of Disappointment. No foily again. We're trying to get these Shocklands. I know we're only a few packs in, but Righteous Blow, Reprog, Locksmith, Vine, nothing happened. Never happened. Notion Rain, Gravatic Punch, Watcher in the Mist, Pause for Reflection. Justice Strike, Rock Charger, Gird for Battle, and Deafening Clarion. Good card, but no foily again. Yeah, this is the old school Magic where there's barely any foils. There's no collector's editions. There's no collector's booster packs. Okapi, Veiled Shade, Fist Cyclops, a Gorgon, Hammer Dropper, Artful Takedown, Wood Shaper, Hypo the Sizzle. Wait, was that an uncommon? Was Hypothesizzle? No, it was not. Marshall, Minotaur, Capable Blaze, and a Venerated Loxodon. Oh boy. No foily again. Venerated Loxodon was a good card back in the day, but not what we're looking for. Loxodon Restorer, Crab, Sure Strike, Righteous Blow, Moodmark Painter, Pax Faber, Shade, Foragers, Beetles. I don't remember what the good rares in here were. Assassin's Trophy was big back in the day. Guild Mage, and then they got the split cards. Chamber Sentry for our rare. Oh, we got a foily. A foil rare of all things. A foil rare, Bounty of Might. Not a bad foil rare to get. Silencia. That was the name of that guild. Silencia. It's the white and green. One of my favorite color combinations in Magic to play is white and green. But it's been a long time since I actually played white and green. So, come on, Shocklands. We need to get a good challenge on this. I can't just keep buying these boxes. Pack Beast, Altitude, Okapi, Painter, Sphere, Locket, Rage, Poisoner, Shieldmate, Molder Hulk, Chemister's Insight, Pilfering Imp, and nice. Our first Shockland of the challenge, a Sacred Foundry. They're called I don't really know why they're called Shocklands, but... Oh, high intericity. Yes. You gotta pay life. It enters the battlefield tapped. So it's still preferable to your normal, comes into play tapped land. You pay 2 life, but you get a double mana land if you pay the price. 4 Culprit, Adept, Shade, Foragers, Sergeant, Muse Drake. These Silencia Locket. Nice. I think lockets are still worth a few coins each. Glaive of the Guild Pact, Silent Dart, Find Broker, and a Midnight Reaper. Okay. A Blade Instructor Foily. Pretty foiling. The cards feel pretty decent in quality, too. It's because shock deals 2 damage. Yeah, exactly. That's why it's called a Shockland. I'm not really sure how much of a shock it really is, because you're the one who is supposed to say, yes, I will lose 2 life so that I can have this land. Okay. A Goblin Crater Maker. That seems like a dangerous job. Night Veil Predator. I loved using this guy for a while. Swath Cutter Giant. And Legion War Boss. Not a bad rare. It's actually one of the good goblin rares. Pardon me for a second. Sorry, had to blow my nose. Alright. I'm still not as good as a lot of the YouTubers who open packs on opening the packs in front of a camera. Wood Shaper, Hypo, the Sizzle. And we got ourselves another meh. I don't like the dual cards, Oh, our first mythic of the box. Demonic Betrayal. Exile all cards from opponent's graveyards. You may cast those cards this turn, and you may spend mana as though the mana were any type to cast those spells. At the beginning of the next end step, if any of those cards remain exiled, return them to their owner's graveyards. And then exile this card. Interesting. Guildgate and a Soldier. Yeah, you're just going to see a lot of that. But you should always show what you got. Oh, it turns out that that Vivi that we pulled, the alternate art one, it's about $100 card. Bodyguard, Take Heart, Worm, Strand. Still doesn't even pay for 1 box, but still. Beetle, Drake, Gateway Plaza, a Murmuring Mystic, Boros Challenger, Legion Guildmage, and a Blood Operative. Didn't we already get a Blood Operative? Or was it? No, that was a Midnight Reaper. That's what that was. A Blood Operative. And no foiling. So far, only 2 foils in the first third of the box. I try to keep my piles nice, but I can't make any guarantees. I'm not like some people out there. Disdainful Stroke. Leapfrog. Worms. Centaurs. Sergeants. Deadly Visits. Is it Locket? I don't know. Is it? Oh, God. Whispering Snitch. World Soul Colossus. Kind of a cool one. Convoking. Plague Crafter. Oh, and ew. A dual rare. Ew. House Guild Mage Foily. And the foiling looks nice on those. Oh, hey. We got an elf knight. As opposed to a regular knight. That one has pointy ears. Cheated you out of one rare? Exactly. Yeah, the cards are useful to a certain degree. I just don't like them. I don't like split cards. I agree with a lot of people that they're just not fans of them. It's like a waste of a card. Hired Poisoner, Shield Maid, Hypothesisal. More split garbage action there. Necrolisk, Stalwart, and oh. I mean, Charnel Troll was a damn good card for a Golgari deck back in the day. But not what we're looking for right now. We need these Shocklands. We've only gotten one. We need 10 to complete the challenge. And, well, you need as many as you can to complete the challenge, but 10 and of each one is the way to really win that challenge. But if you get a crap ton of them, that's nice. It's still a Shockland challenge. Like, how many Shocklands can you get in 2 boxes of Magic? Gross a menagerie. It's alright. No foily there. Back when boxes had 36 packs to open. 72 beautiful packs of Magic for roughly $100 a box. And nowadays you're paying, what, 150 a box? If you're lucky. Justice Strike, Mystic, Okran Assassin, and our second mythic of the box, Dream Eater. Oh, I should have read that. Don't know if you guys know what the Dream Eater does. It's flash flying 4/3. When Dream Eater enters the battlefield, surveil 4. When you do, you may return target non-land permanent opponent controls to its owner's hand. Interesting. Not for me, but that's for one of those surveil decks for blue and black players. They like to use that surveil stuff. Boros Lockets, Lava Coil. I think that had some action back in the day, too. Fresh Contraband, Legion Guild Mage, Experimental Frenzy. Oh, well. And what's our foily? A Pitiless Gorgon. Not bad. Just a foily common. Not much to write home about. I'm still trying to get the lighting down and everything like that. Hopefully it's not too horrible and you can see the colors and everything pretty well. You know, you'd think after only a couple of these I would have a better time of it, but no, it turns out lighting is actually pretty hard, and I've been doing it for years. Not as much as others, though. Hellkai Whelp. Ew. More split card waste of rares. Gross. Why are we getting all these split waste of rares? It's like a waste, complete and total waste of a slot. Move some of those so my gorilla arms don't knock them over. Hello, there we go. It's like, and I'm trying to get the camera to work with me here as well. I mean, it's a hell of a lot better than it was. I remember when it wouldn't focus for like a minute straight. I thought that said piece of fame. Yeah. Light of the Legion. I mean, it's always nice to get angels and everything, but I don't need angels. I need Shocklands. Ugh. We're actually past halfway through the box. But we're almost to the last third, and we've only gotten one Shockland. It seems like we may lose this challenge again, boys. I think the most we've gotten per box has been 3. And that's just disappointing. Oh, I remember the Conclave Cavalier. I used her a bunch of times. Really good one. You know, makes a white elf knight creature token. Right.
How was that?
It was all right. Imara, the Soul of the Accord. That was a pretty good card back in the day, too. Like, most of the time when you're opening these boxes, you're getting a decent amount of the stuff that you wanted back then, not necessarily now. So sometimes opening these old boxes does not translate well to the times that you're opening them if you're not opening them during the actual standard. Gargoyle, Stalwart, Dragonauts, I remember that one. March of the Multitudes. Well, this was a very good Silencia box. Holy balls. March of the Multitudes. You got Soul of the Accord. Not a bad Golgari box either. If you get Assassin's Trophy, it's definitely a Golgari and Silencia box. Hunted Witness, Disappearance Wave, Child of Night, Okapi, Reflection, Centaur, Is It? Deadly Visit, Guild Summit, Selective Snare, Crap, and Bounty Agent, which is technically more crap. There are good things in here for a lot of, like, cool multicolor decks. Like, dual guild decks were kind of difficult for me to build. Color the Culprit, Ceratok, Lurcher, Recruit, Vapors, Blade Instructor, Command the Storm, more Split Garbage, Undercity Necrolith, Sinister Sabotage, and hey, look at that. Overgrown Tomb, our second Shockland of the box. Cutting it kind of close here, aren't we? Let's hope we get a few more. We need those Shocklands, boys. Need them. Need to get this challenge done. Painter, Recluse, Locket, Deadly Visit, Iron Shell Beetle, Patrol, Price of Fame, Sphinx, Shaman, and Firemind's Research. Meh. What's our foily? A Pax Favor with the Goodest Boy on the front. All right. Scout, Mist, Bodyguard, Heart. Nothing happened. Locket, Silencia, Conclave Tribunal, Swarm Guildmage, Conclave Guildmage, and Drowned Secrets of Disappointment. Where are the shocks? There's only 2. I need 5. I technically need 5 per box to get the technical Shockland challenge done. But the pure one is getting 1 of each. Still getting 5 per box, but getting 1 of each of the Shocklands. Mental Grappling Sundew and a Beast Whisperer. Yay. I think that's like one of the more valuable cards in the set right now, the Beast Whisperer. I think it's like $2 or something. Yeah, opening these old boxes is not extremely lucrative. It is somewhat of a gamble. I mean, with the exception of the Shocklands, that is probably one of the most valuable cards. I could be wrong about that. We know in the other box we just want like 20 smothering tithes if we want to get our money back. But that's not going to happen. Maybe one. Ooh. Hey, sweet. That's a nice pull. Getting Vraska. That would have made your box back in the day. Kind of made the box now, but pretty good one. And our foilie is a Dowser of Lights. 4 mythics. Pretty standard. Alright. Courier, Witness, Disappearance, Wave, Recluse, Bones, Beetles, Drakes, Plazas, Beacon Bolt, Guild Summit, Split Crap. Hey, nice. That's 3, and different ones too. The Temple Garden. We are missing 2 Shocklands from this box now. Will we get a nice Shockland box? We've got a few packs left. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we get all the Shocklands that you can get in this set in one booster box? It's possible. People have done it before. And Omnispell Adept. And our foilie is a Selective Snare. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 packs left. Can we get 2 more Shocklands in 7 packs? Hunted Witness. Mesmerist, Foragers, Bats, Hypo, the Sizzle. Prey upon it for some... Never mind. Hammer Dropper. I don't think anybody will get that reference if I mention it. Luminous Bonds, Candlelight Vigil. More Split Garbage. Wand of Vertebrae. That's disturbing. Thoughtbound Phantasm, and another mythic number 5, Auralia, the Exemplar of Justice. That would have been a damn good pull back in the day as well. 5 mythic box. 2 of the best mythic pulls in the box back in the day. Not super horrible so far. Rearranging the piles here. I think I may have the camera a little too close, maybe. Pack Beast, Altitude, Never Happened. Crushing Canopy, Bones, Dissident Uprising, Direct Current, as opposed to Tesla's Alternating Current. Necrotic Wound, Join Shields, District Guide, and a Vivid Revival. You do have a foilie behind that. A Maximize Altitude. A few packs left. 4 after this. Where are those last 2 Shocklands? Come on, baby. Shocklands. We need those shocks. Vine, Lights, Foragers, Painter, Watcher in the Mist. Pause for reflection. Oh, hey, I remember using the League Guild Mage a couple of times. Aspiring Unicorn, Lolith Giant, Lotleth. Ah, Tajik. Legion's Edge. A lot of people use this guy. And nothing back there. 4 to go. Come on, box. Give us 2 shocks in the end. 2 shocks in the close. Come on. Locksmith Lights, Utopia, Locket, Peacemaker, Agent, Cover Up, Trooper, Beacon Bolt, Demotion, Crawl Swarm, and it might happen. There's 3 packs left, boys. We just got a Steam event. 3 packs left. And we have 4 of the 5 Shocklands. This could be what we're looking for here. It could be. We are so close. This is the best a box has ever been so far. Hawk, Lights, Utopia, Burglar Rat, Dead Weight, Uprising, Patrol, Locket. Come on, baby. Raiders, Monument, Street Riot. Split. Garbage. Ooh, so close. So close. Are the gotcha gods with us?
Still a piece of garbage.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Heart, Informant, Dancer of Lights, Pax Favor, Piston Fist Cyclops, Dropper, Takedown, Wood Shaper. Come on, baby. Only 1 pack left after this. Come on. Split Garbage, Renewal. Ugh, the Silencer. Oh, no. Oh, no. 1 pack left, boys. Will we get the last one? Will this be a perfect Shockland box? Will it? Troopers, Rage, Poisoners, Instructors, Assaults. 3 cards to let us know. Night Veil Sprite, Grappling Sundew, Okran Assassin, and it could be the foil, but it's not. So close, boys. So close. Although, best pulls so far. 4 Shocklands.
No way!
No way. No. 4 Shocklands. 5 Mythics. I don't know, that's really, really close, and they're all different ones, too. I think the one we're missing, Temple Garden, Steam Vents, Overgrown Tomb, Sacred Foundry. Which one are we missing? I think... No, it wouldn't be white and black, would it? No, it wouldn't be that one. I don't remember. We're only missing 1, though. That's so close. So close. Yet so far away. We didn't do bad, though. That was a pretty acceptable box. Okay. Ravnica Allegiance. What we're looking for in here is like 20 Smothering Tithes and Shocklands. That's what we want. We want all the Smothering Tithes and Shocklands. Will we get all of that? Only the box knows. Only the box knows. Let's set up our display. Very nice. Thumbnail. Make that the thumbnail. Just going straight into it. No lead in. No foreplay. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Orator, Prying Eyes, Carrion Imp, no, Dead Revels, Rendhorn. Wow, holding those bad. Sorrowform Hybrid, Active Treason, Imperious Oligarch. Those spirit cards were actually kind of cool to play with. I wish they would have done like more with that. Wayfinder, Drillbit, Split Garbage. Wow. Straight out of the gate. A foily underneath. A Dovin Grand Arbiter Mythic. First pack of the box is a Mythic. Is that a good sign? Only time will tell. But first Mythic of the box, and a Catacomb Crocodile foily. Oh yeah, we gotta leave room for rares. I'm gonna do this. Move some things over. I think that looks good. Forgot to unfold the flaps here. All right. Shimmer of Possibility, Storm Strike. Huh. Isn't that a not a paladin? Isn't that a shaman move in WoW? Bring to trial. That's seems like it's difficult to bring such a big guy. Trumpeter, Gift of Strength, Caretaker, Chillbringer, Rumble Reading, Law Mage's Binding, Rally to Battle, Gates Ablaze, Essence Capture, and 2 Mythics and 2 foilies in a row. That's weird. Emergency Powers. I'll allow you to read that. Just a foily Guildgate or Growth Spiral. Nothing super fantastical or anything, but 2 Mythics in the first 2 packs of the box is... Oof. You were a lucky person if you chose that part of the box to pick your packs out of. Usually they're behind a counter, so you can't, like, really pick which ones you want. Petitioners, Scorchmark, Bring to Trial, Roustabout, Crocodile, Chillbringer, Reading, Blade Juggler, Clear the Stage, Macabre Mockery, Drillbit, and Biomancer's Familiar is the first rare of the pack. 3 foils in a row. Wow. Regenesis. This is starting to look like a modern box of Magic. With all these foilies going on here. Kind of crazy. Rebel Belt Runner, Prowling Caracal, Undercity's Embrace, Gift of Strength, Titanic Brawl, Azorius Knight Arbiter, Burn Bright, Grasping Thrall, Skitter Eel, Debtor's Transport, Bankrupt in Blood. Some of the art here is really good. Code Constraint, Immolation Shaman is our second rare. Yeah, if you want to see any of the cards, just pause the video. Hopefully I'm leaving enough space in there to give you at least a decent look at each one. Carrion Imp, Volley, Chillbringer, Rebel Reading, Judgment, Caretaker, Beastmaster, Senate Guild Mage, Resolute Watchdog, and Amplifier. Okay, we're still not hitting any Shocklands. Not exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for shocks. Shocks and Smothering Tithes. Now, if you want to just give me a whole bunch of Smothering Tithes box, you go right ahead. Roustabout, Stony Strength, clear your mind, clear the mind, Sphinx's Insight, Grotesque Demise, Exposed to Daylight, Titanic Brawl, Split Garbage, Mockery again, Guild Mage, and End-Raise Forerunners. Some boars. Got some boars. It's hard to open these properly. Vampire, Sage Rose, Savant, Rebel Belt Recluse, Dead Rebels, Sauroform Hybrid, Night Arbiter, the Gruul Locket, Arnix, 2 Lockets, wow, Deface, Windstorm Drake, Fireblade Artist, Flames of the Raise Boar, and a Lumbering Battlement. Once again, not what we're looking for. Panther, Savant, Recluse, Zeal, Undercity Scavenger, Sagittars, Volley, okay, Sourly Caretaker, Aeromunculus, Ill-Gotten Inheritance, Law Mage's Binding again, Gateway Sneak, Cult Guild Mage, Tower Defense, and a Growth Chamber Guardian. Though this was a pretty damn good card back in the day. The Elf Crab Warrior card. I'm assuming, like, I think chatbot yelled at me already, going, oh, why are you on 2 different computers? It's like, well, I plan on doing other things. Grotesque Demise, Exposed to Daylight. Okay, Archway Angel, Daggercaster, Rumbling Ruin, and Split Garbage. Gross. Gross. What a waste of a slot. It'd be something else if they were the most super useful cards in the set, but they're not. Thought Collapse is a pretty good one. Is that damage? I don't know if that's like bad ink or something, but hello? There we go. Gift of Strength, Thirsting Shade, so thirsty. Trumpeter, Caretaker, Aeromunculus, Rally to Battle, Scrabbling Claws, Sky Tether, and Font of Agonies. Boy. Almost a third of the way through. And still no Shocklands. This might be a box of disappointment, boys. Sign to the pit. Open the gates. Applied Biomancy. Gateway Plaza. Transport. Simic Locket. Look at that. Grasping Thrall. Messenger. Angelic Exaltation. Sentinel's Mark. Smelt Ward Ignis. And a Hero of Precinct 1. Meh. Officially a third of the way through the box now. Petitioners, Runner, Caracol, Possibility, White Beast, Crocodile, Bringer, hello, Rebel Reading, Juggler, Basilica Bellhaunt, Bankrupt in Blood, Junk Troller. Hey! Our first Shockland of the box, a breeding pool. Nice. Let's keep that going, box. Let's keep that going. Get that. Wrecker, Stalwart, Quench, Open the Gates, Dispose to Daylight, Grotesque Demise, Sphinx's Insight, Burn Bright, Senate Courier, a Lizrog, Frog Lizard, Regenesis, Enforcer, and Bedevil. It's one hell of a picture. And our foilie is a High Alert uncommon. Pretty foiling. I feel like these are pringling up a bit. Now let's see here. Thought Collapse, Runner, Veteran, Stony Strength, Embrace, another Simic Locket, Thralls and Snares, Rafter Demons, Split Garbage, Infiltrator, Essence Capture, and Judith the Scourge Diva. Not what we're looking for, but a cool card nonetheless. Yeah, those Rakdos decks back in the day were pretty hard to fight. You could probably get away with fighting it with like a Golgari or Silencia deck. And Trial, Coral Commando, it's more of that printing error stuff. Open the gates. Get to the point, Catacomb, Crocodile. Skatewing Spy, Hackrobat. I remember that gun. That card. Knight of the Last Breath, and a Tessa Karlov for the disappointing rare. It seems like you just wanted to get those first two packs of the box. That's what that's looking like. We're almost halfway through. We haven't seen barely another mythic, and we haven't seen any more Shocklands here. Aerobat, Hootian, Bushstrider, Locket, Wrecking Beast, Courier, Scuttlegator, Senate Griffin, Simic Locket, Split Card Garbage, Smelt Ward Ignis, Whirling Torrent, and more Split Card Garbage. What a waste of a rare slot. I mean, it does give you options and everything, don't get me wrong, but I just don't like them. I just don't like them. I think I've mentioned that probably 100 times by this point. But split cards just feel like nobody ever uses them, number one. It feels like it. It doesn't mean people don't use them. It's just like, it just feels like nobody uses them. Oh, hey. A Hallowed Fountain, our second of the box, Shockland, and a Civic Stalwart Foilie. Picking up a little bit. It's just that I kind of feel like nobody really plays them all that much, and then they just take up room. You know? They're like filler when you could otherwise put a much better rare in a rare slot. Just my opinion. Scavenger, Volley, Giant, Vandal, Portal, get to the point. Exactly. Get to the point. Give me all the Shocklands. Mortify, that's a good card. Spirit of the Spires, Split Garbage, and Electro Dominance for some more disappointment. Okay, Smash, Vampire, Roustabout, Bushstrider, Spiral, Clear the Mind, Insight, Demise, Exposed to Daylight, An Enraged Ceratok, Ministrant of Obligation, Panchermander, and Gutterbones. Not what we wanted, but it's what we got. Where are all these Shocklands? We've only gotten 2. Come on now. More Shocklands. Quench, Slinger, Embrace, Hybrid, Inheritance, Vandal, Aeromunculus, Locket, and we haven't gotten any Smothering Ties yet. Come on now. Upgrade, Blood Mist Infiltrator, Split Garbage, and Ethereal Absolution. Pretty decent enchantment, just expensive. Expensive to get out there. Although all your cards can't be dirt cheap in mana, because if they are, you're going to run out of cards quite quickly. And the power level of single or dual mana cards is not as good as a 3, 4, or a 5. Most of the time. Vampire, Shaman, Spirit, and Awaken the Erstwhile. For a more waste of space that could otherwise be filled with Shocklands. Give me the Shocks. With Clan Wrecker, Shade, Spider, Rudian, Strength, Gathering, Judgment, Gate Colossus, Rhythm of the Wild, Skyguard, and more Split Garbage. Why? What is with all this split card trash? Like, whoever designed them, I don't mean to shit on you or rain on your design parade, but quite literally very few of those cards are useful and used in decks. I'm sure they're useful. I'm sure there's all kinds of, oh my god. It's like the more I shit on them, the more I get. That's, you know what? Split cards are amazing. I can't say that with a straight face. I really, really can't. But we have gotten more split card garbage than we need, which is to say we got more than one. Eyes everywhere, apparently. Then a Guildmage, Wall of Lost Thoughts, and a Rick's Maudie Reveler. This is kind of a shitty box. Chillbringer Foily. We are in the last third, the last 12 packs of the box. And we've only gotten 2 mythics and 2 Shocklands. So far, I'm going to have to call this a crap box of cards, considering that we got what? Was it 3 split card rares? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god, 4 wasted, completely wasted rare slots. 4. I'm just, ugh. What a garbage box so far. Shaman, split garbage, Dodger. Hey, finally something good. Our next Shockland, a Stomping Ground. That is 3 Shocklands. The box is still not made up for 4. Count them, 4 split garbage pieces of crap cards. But it's getting there. You're going to have to do better than that to make up for that box. You just are. You're going to have to do better. Sphinx of New Prov, Screaming Shield, Junk Troller, and a Plaza of Disappointment. Videos are much shorter when you don't read all the cards. The Final Fantasy one, that was just for fun. But when you don't sit there and read all the rares and read all the mythics and you just go through the cards because we've gone through these before, we're just trying to get a better pull. Incubation Druid, that was a pretty pricey rare back in the day. Still not what we're looking for, though. Now, like, why am I opening boxes of Magic? I don't know. Sometimes it's just better to leave them sealed. But, quite frankly, why did I buy them if I didn't want to open them and see the cool cards inside? Transport, Locket. A Pitiless Pontiff that was one of the more interesting pictures that they had. Combined Guild Mage, Cavalcade. Hey, finally a mythic. Angel of Grace, not the best one. But still, cool angel. Angels are nice to have. We got a Domri emblem too. Not that Domri was all that great, but... Alright, come on, Shocklands. We need Shocklands, Wrecking Beast, Scuttlegator, Biomancy, Plaza, Transport, Shark Toe Crab. Crab and Shark. Fish, Octopus, Crab. Shark Toe Crab. Glamour Shaman, Gatebreaker Ram, and a Sphinx of Garbage. I don't know what their obsession is with Hydras and Sphinx in, like, practically every set. Is there a... Hey, boss, we came up with a magic set. Great. Is there a Sphinx in it? No. Well, it's not a magic set, then. Where's the Sphinx? Clan Crusher, Spire Mangler, and... Ravnica? Hey, our Glass of the Guild. Well, I guess that's not super horrible for a foil rare. Glass of the Guild Pact. That's not bad. Better for, like, commander decks. Not necessarily real players don't read. Don't read, we just look at the pictures. Use good pictures. Creeper, Thrall, Eel, Transport, Locket, Me in the Morning. Yeah. Frilled Mystic. Ministrant of Obligation, I remember using those. Afterlife was kind of a cool mechanic. Nakia of the Old Ways. I think a lot of people use this in a Domri deck. It wasn't bad. It was a good Centaur card. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 packs left and only 3. Only 3 Shocklands and 3 Mythics. Come on, box. You gotta do better. You gotta do better. Especially, like, not with split card garbage. And where's my Smothering Tithe? Gyre Engineer, Sphinx of the Guild Pact, Flames... Absorb. Crap. Thought Collapse foily. That's not bad. You know, you could have replaced all 4 of those absolute piece of trash split cards with Smothering Tides, and this box would have been the GOAT. Would have been the GOAT, but no. What do you throw in there? Split cards that barely anyone ever uses. Tremender and Captive Audience is our 4th mythic. Not a horrible one. Actually kind of an interesting card. You can do this stuff at the beginning of your upkeep. Life total becomes 4. Discard your hand. Very, very strange mythic. 3 packs left. Are you going to be a hero in the close box, or are you going to just continue to disappoint us? Collapse. The smell of the ink. God. So good. Love the smell of the ink of the cards. New Prov. Screaming Shield. Doesn't seem like something you want to carry around. Zoria Skyguard, and nice. Okay, box. Okay, I see you. I see you. Godless Shrine. 4 out of 5 Shocklands. Okay. 4 mythics. Not the best mythics in the box, but no Smothering Tithe. You want to give us a Smothering Tithe in that last Shockland? This might be as close as we get, honestly. If this is all we get, this was pretty damn close. It was much better than the other boxes that we have opened. So this is like an almost challenge. We'd be missing only 2 of them. Hey, ask and ye shall receive a Smothering Tithe. The only card in the set that is worth over $20. Last one, boys. Will we get that last Shockland? Will this be a GOAT box of Ravnica Allegiance? Will it be? Only this pack will tell. Pegasus, Spider, Pit, Clear the Mind, Demon, Critics, Bladebrand, Titanic Brawl, Growth Spiral. Here we go. Here we go. Pontiff, Gatewing Spy, Split Garbage, and dropping the ball on the last one. Cinder Vines is not a horrible card, but it's not what we were looking for. However, this Shockland challenge has been basically a nail biter because one of each. Before we were getting like, 2 or 3 of the same one, like 2 of the same one and then 1 of the other one. One of them was like a foil. These are not the best mythics in the box. Angel of Grace is pretty good. Dovin, meh. Captive Audience is okay. But a Smothering Tithe is like a $30 card. These are each like $10. So you're looking at like $10-ish. Like you're looking at, $90. That's almost a box. I think this box was 120, 125, something like that. It wasn't incredibly expensive, but it was, it was over $100. It was expensive, but it wasn't incredibly expensive. But not bad. Absolutely not bad. It could have been more of a GOAT of a box, but it was absolutely positively not bad at all. This was the closest we've ever come to completing 100%ing, actually, because to complete the Shockland challenge, you need to get 5 Shocklands in a box, both boxes at the same time. We got 2 away from getting the 1 of each Shockland plus. That is absolutely positively not a bad box. Not a bad couple of boxes. Both of them sort of like came through near the very end. Very exciting. Very fun. I'm happy.